The root of the braids underneath that hat was not meant for public consumption. Not on nobody's red carpet. Not at nobody's photo booth. Y'all, I am so excited about this video because when it comes to fashion and the disability community, people do not want to connect the dots. But baby, we're gonna connect these dots over here, okay? I've been doing a lot of fit check videos on my social media, and I've really been seeing such a great response on how people have really been loving me just kind of showcasing what it could look like when you are fashionable and have a disability. And a lot of my knowledge on how I'm able to dress myself with ease and independence comes from the fact that I'm basically trained in Stephanie Thomas's styling system. So if you don't know who Stephanie Thomas is, we might as well not be talking about fashion and disability, all right? Because she is the disability fashion stylist. She is the creator, the founder, the person who knows all the things you need to know about dressing yourself with ease, regardless of your disabilities. And ever since I started working with Stephanie, I have learned things that she's educated me on. So that way, when she isn't styling me for some sort of like event, I am still able to know how to dress for myself. Okay. So what I'm going to do is pick 3 fit checks that I posted on my social media and just share with you why I chose these pieces, how I styled them, and what makes them easy for me to use to make dressing more independent for me. Okay, so let's get into it. So this first look is an outfit that I wore for my girl Jillian's birthday. Jillian's birthday was last month and the weather was a little cooler and it was at night. So I wanted to be sure that I was dressed appropriately for the weather, but still comfortable and fashionable, period. So first things first is these clear sunnies. One of the things my best friend Kelly taught me was that when you're not really trying to wear a lot of makeup for whatever reason, and yet you still want to show up fashionable and look like your face and your glam is a little elevated than it actually is, throw on a pair of clear glasses. So this was a little trick that I did, and I just threw on some mascara underneath, a little bit of blush, and some clear gloss. Now, this top from Adidas is one of my favorite, most frequently worn tops in my closet. Now, this tip is something that I learned from Stephanie, is when you are a seated body type, you want to gravitate towards cropped tops. You don't want to be drowned in your top because you decided to wear a top that was too long and now people don't really see the shape of your waist or your hips while you're sitting down. So you want to go with a little crop top, okay? Now, crop tops come in different lengths. You can get them really high up, like right underneath the boobs, or get them mid-stomach, or get them right at waist length. So you just got to use the length of a crop top that is most comfortable for you. And what I love about this top is the fact that I found her at the thrift store. She was only $5. And that's also important because I don't want you to get intimidated by the labels that I will be bringing up, because just because they're labels does not mean that I pay full price. Some shit be hand-me-downs, most of it be thrifting. Now, because I am the one that gets a little extra cold, especially in a cooler month like April, I had to throw on a jacket. So this denim jacket is a staple in my closet because I love something that's oversized but not too big to where I look like I'm drowning. So there is a fine balance when you are looking for oversized tops, especially if you're not like a really busty woman like myself. So you don't want it to drown you. You want it to complement you and still give the oversized look without it actually swallowing you up. And the final piece are these purple leather pants. But what I love the most about these is that on the inside of them, they're lined with fleece, which means you can wear it when it's cool out and still look fashionable. Because sometimes, and I get caught up in it too, is we will get so caught up in wanting to be comfortable that we'll resort to sweats or loungewear. And there's nothing wrong with sweats and loungewear, but when it's time to dress up and still needing to accomplish comfort and warmth. Those are the little things you pay attention to. And then, of course, what makes these great is they're also high-waisted. That is the formula when you are a seated body type. Is because when you do high waist crop top, something Stephanie taught me, that is the best combination. When you do high waisted, it meets wherever the crop top ends. And because it sits up high, your booty crack ain't showing when you're sitting down. Okay? And the reason why high waist is so great is because when you are someone who stands and walks and you know you're going to be sitting down for a while, wear high waist. It's that simple. Wear something high waisted because it's going to look good when you stand up and it's going to look good and protect you when you sit down. So let's go to the next one. Now, I absolutely love this look because I was heading to the farmer's market this day and it was going to be warm, but it was still breezy outside. Now, what I loved about this look was the simplicity of it while also being fashionable and colorful. Let's start from the top with these lavender sunnies. This is one of those examples where if you're ever out shopping and something is just drawn to you, get it immediately. Especially if you're going somewhere where it may not be easy to find it online or like a market, then get it immediately because you just don't know when you're gonna find it again. So now with this top, it's cropped, but the beauty of it is the fact that it's a V-neck. This is another Stephanie Thomas styling system note right now. Because I have a bit of scoliosis due to my disability, my shoulders do not sit evenly in tops. So what a V-neck does is it creates the illusion that my shoulders are straight. Okay, when I tell y'all need to hurry up and run and rush and look up disability fashion stylist right now. So V-necks are always the way to go. Now these pants, baby, these are Farm Rio pants because it was one of those days where it was going to be real hot if you sit in the sun, but real cold if you sit in the shade. I needed to wear a pair of pants that was comfortable in either temperature, especially because I was going outside to a vendor's market. Now, the thing about these that I really love is the fact that they're striped and that the stripes go parallel to the shape of my leg, because when you are seated, you want your legs to look like the longest things that have ever hit planet Earth. You want to look like the 6-foot woman wearing pants, okay? And the way to do that, to elongate your legs and make you look good, is long stripes. So I love these pants for that reason, and of course the colors. Yeah, for the final fit check. Oh, this look, baby, I wasn't even prepared for how good this one came out. So because this was an evening event, again, I had to dress for something that was a little cooler, but I had to really put the swag on because it was a TV show premiere event. I gotta put on the swag. There was a red carpet, there was a photo booth, and I wanted to take advantage of both of those to get really great videos and content, but I also knew it was going to be an indoor-outdoor situation too. So I wanted to make sure that I dressed accordingly for that as well. So we're going to start with the Prada bucket hat. Yes, it is real Prada. I got it as a gift, and I needed something to wear on my head because the root of the braids underneath that hat was not meant for public consumption. Not on nobody's red carpet, not at nobody's photo booth. So I had to wear a hat. Again, we have to think about function and comfortability. This is when you can start getting into your bag of a little luxury. Okay? If you really want to show up and show out a little bit, throw in a little luxury pieces, okay? And that's something you could save up for. You always want to have a select few of luxury pieces that you can pair with other things in your closet, so that way it can really elevate your look without you even trying so hard to do so. That purple lip, yeah, from Sephora. So when you are thinking about your overall look, you can take some risks using your glam. And in this case, the purple lip was a little bit of a risk, but it ended up being the star of the show, if I could be completely honest. Because without the purple, if I could be honest, this outfit would kind of be, it would probably be a little boring, a little safe. But the purple adds that edge, okay? Now, we're gonna get into this top. That top is technically a bodysuit that is unsnapped in the crotch. I usually don't go for bodysuits because, one, they're uncomfortable to me, and then also to snap the buttons in the crotch area for a bodysuit, it's very hard, it's very challenging, and I don't like it. But I saw this top in these colors, and the fact that it was a see-through top, I said, oh, we're gonna have to make this work. And so I thought to myself, oh, well, I wear high-waisted pants all the time. What if I just tucked in the bodysuit and then covered the rest of the bodysuit with the high-waisted pants? So that's exactly what I did. Okay? When you are thinking about how to dress yourself independently and accessibly, you need to think creatively like that. Now, I would not recommend doing this all the time, okay? Now, these jeans, I love them because, of course, they're high-waisted, but they are tighter at the top and then they get big and baggy at the bottom. And that's something you want to pay attention to, especially if you're going to go more of the oversized or the wide leg route. You want to be careful, right? Because you don't want something that's so wide leg from the top of the pant down to the bottom that when you sit down, hello, now your legs are swallowed up and people can't tell you left from your right. You don't want that. So you want it to be tight, kind of higher up. So by the time the actual pant leg comes in, there is a certain level of separation and definition of how it hugs your body at the top. And then you can have the baggy cargo look or the baggy wide leg look. That is the final fit check breakdown. If these tips helped you, go ahead, leave a comment, and then let me know which fit check was your favorite. I had so much fun breaking down these outfits with y'all, and honestly, I can't wait to do it again. All right, y'all, until next time, bye.